pen or pencil and a piece of paper, because I will tell you some points that you need to start your career with. Right? And yeah, after you have done it, I will show you a very small video which you may have seen. It's an introductory video of our university. It gives a one-shot kind of view of the campus life.
Hello everyone. Today we are in phase 3 Jaipur and we welcome you to the campus of University of Engineering and Management located at Gurukul, Sikar Road, NH11, Jaipur. UEM Jaipur was established by the IEM Trust, the body which also established IEM as the first socially accredited institute in Eastern India. Due to its track record of high-quality education for more than 2 decades, IEM had received a written invitation from the government of Rajasthan to open a high-quality technical university in the state. UEM Jaipur offers programs in both engineering and management. So tag along with us to find out more about this university.
In a short span of 5 years, our university achieved top ranking honors in the field of higher education and management. We believe in absolute quality. We try our best to provide high quality technical education and training. Our courses are industry relevant. It is possible because of our continuous interaction with the industry.
Is also known for its various achievements and rankings. In recognition of outstanding contribution in the field of education, IEM has been ranked Outstanding Engineering Institute in Eastern India 2011 by Star News. Ranked Best Unaccredited Engineering Colleges in West Bengal by India. The Business School of IEM has been ranked A+++ by Just Careers magazine in 2011.
Very proud to announce that our university has got the recipient of the award, that is the Best Technology University in Rajasthan from IEM as well as Ashtar International and University.
There are various international linkages that this university is known for. It has collaborated with EFC, Venice School of Business for Student Exchange Program, via which UEM students may stay here for 1 semester and study there without paying any extra tuition.
We have our foreign talents also, like we have talent with National Business in the various countries programs, Jaipur University. So we have a students program over there. Like our their students to come to our university, our students go to their university for the exchange program.
With tremendous infrastructure such as well-equipped labs for computer, electrical, mechanical, electronics, civil and physics. A Wi-Fi enabled campus, separate lodging facilities for both boys and girls which provide a homely and secure environment to them away from home. What I must say about the hostel facilities is that proper cleanliness and hygienic environment is maintained inside the hostel and as well as outside the hostel. We provided with very proper facilities to make sure that our academy is well maintained, more than getting covered from the
I'm from West Bengal, but I'm feeling like my home is secure with them also, my second home. The experience that when I'm ill, they take very good care of me. They make me experience that how actually the world is. They make me experience competition, that they are my friends. They get me on my salary. So such a atmosphere, if you can never experience, you are not in a hostel.
For both facilities, there are 3 canteens on the campus where the students can learn Chinese, Italian, French, South Indian, North Indian, and even Bengali cuisine. and the medals decided by us only, purely as having my body. The university also provides medical checkups and health aid on the campus. ATMs, shuttle service for transport, department store, gymnasiums, playground, malls and hospitals nearby. These are just some of the good features for this university campus. UEM Jaipur pays keen attention on the quality and repute of its faculty in order to maintain its excellence in academics. The university family believes that combination of a good teacher and good student is the most important aspect of achieving academic excellence. And that is why UEM has renowned professors from IIT Kharagpur and IIM Kolkata imparting industry skills to the students.
We have provided quality of work life for maintaining academic standards, academic environment to the students, faculty and the staff. The academics are too good, and what makes it better is through seminars and lectures that they are providing us. They made us pick out the box, and after these theoretical meetings, we are doing practicals and on public forums. They give us chances to speak on our ideas.
The elite faculty at UEM comprises of academicians, professionals, as well as dignitaries of the business world to facilitate close interactions of modern industry, as well as to draw upon vast academic and professional resources of a vibrant industrial sector.
We have a good academic criteria from which each and every student has to go through, and the faculties are very good. They are from prestigious universities. All the respected faculties, they have a different vibe, different feeling and different attitude towards our students. They make the students as if they are in their own hometown. The best part of our university is that we have frequent university visits that help us grow better and know about the practical part of knowledge that we have.
This university provides extra benefit for the students who are looking for financial aid. Continuing its mission to provide quality education to deserving students, UEM has its own scholarship program for courses at the UG and the PG level. Scholarships of up to 100%, 75% and 50% are for grants for deserving candidates. UEM boasts of a strong placement cell with dedicated placement officers under the chairmanship of the university director. Campus interviews are a regular feature of these days.
Our students have been placed with top-ranking companies, multinational corporations, TCS, Infosys, Capgemini, Ericsson. There are so many other good companies. We are very proud of issuing 100% placement this year.
There is not one, but many special extracurricular activities that are provided to the students at the UEM Jaipur campus.
We at the university conduct regularly extracurricular activities like Egg Fest, Sport Fest, and workshop for entrepreneurship, etc.
We have activities throughout the year. We also celebrate various festivals in the college, and we organize programs in dance, drama from this class. A dynamic environment is essential for the overall development of students. Apart strictly understood, UEM organizes a host of workshops, lectures, and seminars for the students. The robotics workshop at UEM is famous for its in-depth content and exposure. Sports such as football, cricket, basketball, gym, TT, etc. is one of the integral aspects of the activities at this university. Students are provided regular yoga sessions as the university believes that the students need overall development.
pay a lot of attention to personality grooming, discipline, and ethics-based education.
So if you're seeking a successful and holistic career growth, then you must check out the University of Engineering and Management, Jaipur.
I will show you very briefly. We are at the forefront of research and development in this university. We are just 5 years old, but we have already received the award Best Emerging University in Rajasthan. Already our students have got the Best Debutant prize in the National Entrepreneurship Week Award. Okay, so we being just such a young university, we have already penned a MOU with University, Japan. So, if you want to, if any of you want to spend summer time going to Japan and doing research, so that facility is also available to you. We have penned a MOU with Rennes Business School, France. If you want to go to Europe for in the summer term and do a short course and come, that is also possible. So, we are hosting an international conference from UEM named as UEM-COM, IEM-UEM-COM. Along with IEEE, IEEE is the largest professional body of engineers in the world. All the UEM features students and everybody is into the organization, and you can see most of IEEE organizations, IEEE USA, IEEE headquarters, IEEE Region 1 Northeastern United States, they are all collaborating with us to organize this prestigious conference in Columbia University, New York in October 2021-22. More than 40 research projects are being worked on by teachers and students. So you are just the first year, but we are doing this conference every year. I will, from the beginning I showed this to you that your university is at the forefront of research and development. Please consider, actively getting involved in R&D projects, and it will help you in your higher studies. If you have IEEE papers, all the research papers accepted at this conference will be published in the IEEE Explore Digital Library. So this is a great opportunity for you. These pictures are from last year's conference. It was held in Vancouver, Canada. And this year also we are having one conference in Vancouver, Canada in October 13, 14, 15 in the University of British Columbia, which we are organizing. Then we will have another conference in Columbia University, New York, IEM-UEM-COM, which we are going to organize in October 2021-22. Then again we will have another conference in 2017, beginning in January 9, 10, 11 in Nevada, Las Vegas, in with IEEE Western United States. So these conferences give a great opportunity for the students to become published authors of their research work. For those students who can go, some students opt to go. For example, this time almost I think 20 students from our group are going from different campuses of our group. 20 students. It will cost them around 2 lakhs. It will cost. It will include the air ticket, visa, US visa, stay, accommodation. It will be a 15-day trip. So it's not compulsory. It's optional. It's an opportunity. Especially those who want to get this experience, we are providing this experience to you, and it has been very, very successful. Those students who went there interacted with so many international professors. officers, especially those who want to go to abroad for higher studies in US or Canada, this is a great opportunity. I'll just tell you one fact that your senior from the first batch, Sudheka Bhattacharya, has got the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship for studying in Europe, master's degree in Europe. Erasmus Mundus, you can Google it, Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, and she will study in 3 universities in Europe throughout her master's degree. It is a joint program between Germany, France, and I think Belgium. Okay, so and your seniors are already, they are in the merchant navy, they have got in the merchant navy, they have already, they have got in various government jobs, in addition to all these private jobs that you see. So your seniors have accomplished a lot, but you need to, that is the reference frame for you. You need to perform much better. Okay, and if you consider the IEM group, you have the bar is very high. They have already got 15.5 lakhs. They are in Microsoft, they are in Google, they are all over the world. They are, and everything is possible. If you see Microsoft CEO today, Satya Nadella, is a product from India, from a private engineering university. So if he can do it, you can. So many people think that if I'm an IIT, the future is set, but that is not so. IIT, of course, has a combination of very brilliant students, but that does not mean other universities does not have brilliant students. Other universities, including ours, have many brilliant students who have performed well and will perform very well in life, better than many other colleges and even IITs. So I'll quickly say a few points, but I know a few parents have to catch their train, especially I think the Ajmer local. So for those, if you want, you can kindly excuse yourself out, but for the others, you're welcome to stay on. If you are going to miss your train, I will say kindly excuse yourself out, because somebody told me that few parents were discussing that they might miss their Ajmer local train. Okay. So this was one conference in October in New York. We have another 2 conferences. This is in Canada. We will hold in Canada with IEEE. IEEE-IEMcon.org. And another one, IEEE-CCWC.org. This is going to be in January 2017. And these conferences act as great source of inspiration for our students and teachers to publish their research work. And these international conferences are held in international locations to make the best of the opportunities for our students and teachers. Now, very quickly I will go over a few points. Please write down these points, all the students. These points are something which you may know, may not know, but you must know, right? So the first point, write down the heading. Number 1, genius code. Give a hyphen. Genius code, give a hyphen. It takes 10,000 hours of practice to become a master in any field. Just write down, I will explain. It takes 10,000 hours of practice to become a master in any field. Once you write that down, you look at me, I will explain. Written down? Okay. So now take your pens and listen to me. So it has been studied, and through research it has been found out that it takes an average of 10,000 hours of dedicated practice to be a master in any field. So if you want to be the next Sachin Tendulkar or the next, Albert Einstein, they have put in minimum 10,000 hours of dedicated practice mastered in that field. Okay. Second point, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Now look at me. This again is a repetition. All of you know this. There is no shortcut to success. There is absolutely zero shortcut to success. All these companies we see that we bring, and some students got the job, some students didn't get in some top-notch companies. Those students who didn't practice, you know what? Why? They did not practice. If you, let's say, TCS is coming or CTS is coming or Capgemini is coming, and if you go over the last 10 years of interview questions, if you constantly practice, believe me, you will crack it. For example, GATE. GATE is compulsory in this university. When you give the GATE, if you practice from your first year, all the GATE questions, especially those which are in your syllabus, for example, you will learn thermodynamics, strength of materials, all of you will learn. First year is common. These are also in GATE. If you practice from first year onwards, believe me, you will get a high percentage score in GATE. Our product from our IEM has been second AIR in GATE, second All India rank in GATE. How? He has been day and night from first year onwards studying for the GATE, practicing for the GATE. So there is no shortcut to success. Even though many companies will come to take campus interviews, it is you who must practice their questions so that you perform better and you can grab those opportunities. For example, how do you go to the semester examinations? You go last 10 years questions. Now you say the university is established 5 years. Yes, but if you look at RTU or WUT, you can get the last 10 years question paper. You solve the last 10 years question paper. Believe me, you will do well. You solve the exercise questions, right? In every chapter and every textbook, you have exercise questions. You solve them. The teacher is a facilitator. Don't think the teacher will solve every question. It is not possible in the class hours. You have to do it outside class hours. You have to solve the problems. With practice comes perfection. There is no shortcut. Believe me, in my life I have seen many brilliant students, especially in the school days. I used to see many of them say, "Oh no, when I go home I don't study at all." But believe me, we used to catch them hiding and studying. Many brilliant students used to hide their books and be very cool, very brilliant and very cool. No, I don't need to study. I was enjoying last day. But believe me, when they got them studying. So I know it's sometimes very cool at this age to show that I don't need to study and I just understand it naturally. But the secret is they do study. If anybody tells you anything else, they are lying. They do study. Believe me. There's no shortcut. Practice, study. Next point, write down. Learning does not end with classrooms or with books. Learning does not end or finish in classrooms or in books. I will explain. Learning does not finish in classrooms or in books. Okay, written down. Now, why did I say this? I learned this secret in somewhere in grade, I think 8 or 9. I learned this secret. What the secret was? I had amongst our classmates, I had one student or one friend who was a genius, and later he went on to be a IIT JEE topper, West Bengal JEE topper, CBSE topper, and then he went to IIT Kanpur and IIT Kanpur Computer Science topper. He was a very close friend of mine. I learned the difference between him and others. Once in grade 8 or 9, their section was punished in class. Everybody was told to stand facing the wall. While everybody was standing facing the wall and talking to each other, he took out a piece of paper and he key to progress. Discipline is the key to progress. And I believe much has been said by my earlier speakers. I don't need to explain this to you. But I'll just only give one fact. Our institute in Salt Lake, only 27 years old, IEM, has been ranked 79 AIR, All India ranking 79, out of more than 3,000 or more than 4,000 colleges and universities in the country, which includes more than 100 IIT, NIT, state universities combined. I think more than 300. If you add all the IITs, all NITs, all the state universities, state colleges, you will get more than 200-300 state government or central government sponsored institutes and universities. Our institute, being a very humble, comparatively poor, IITs are 10,000 crore enterprise. Our institute is, I will feel ashamed to say, right? But our institute was 79. How is it possible? How is it possible? It is because the students and teachers are in a very much disciplined manner. So even though they don't get a huge, 10 or 100 crore laboratory, they might be working in a lab worth maybe 20 lakhs as opposed to working in a lab of 100 crore. But their output is better because they are much disciplined. They are very disciplined. They are much hardworking, right? Next point, right now. Depth of knowledge is more important than spread of knowledge. Depth of knowledge, depth, D-E-P-T-H. Depth of knowledge is more important than spread of knowledge. And I'll explain this thing. This thing I learned in grade, I think grade 9. There was, I remember there was one teacher I had, tutor, who finished the entire year's syllabus in 1 month. He used to come, he used to tell me new set of formulas, solve problems, and I used to see and nod, yes, very good, I understood. And in 1 month I finished the entire year's syllabus. And then when he gave me some problems, I could not do, because the entire thing went over my head. But in my mind I was thinking, I have finished the syllabus. But actually I had learned nothing. Grade 9. Then fortunately I told my parents, teacher, I am not unable to learn anything, let me change my tutor. I changed my tutor and I got a tutor who actually changed my life. You know what he did? Whenever I quickly solved one maths problem and I said, sir, can you give me the next problem? He said, no. You try to solve that problem in another way. I said, I just solved this problem. He said, no. You solve it in another way. Maybe you have solved it using algebra, try to solve it using trigonometry. I said, is that possible? And he showed me and said, that is possible. And then I was, feeling inspired. He said, okay, you try to solve it in another way. And then I understood. He showed me some problem, he solved it 8 or 10 ways. 10 different ways, using 10 different formulas. And it is possible in physics, maths, it is possible. So depth of knowledge is much more important than having a superficial knowledge of many things. Believe me, when you are an engineer or a manager, if you have an in-depth knowledge, you are much more valuable in life and in your career than if you know many things but don't know anything. You know the names, the jargons, but you don't know the details. So depth is much more important than spread. Okay. Next point, write down. Habit forming is essential to success. Habit forming is essential to success. I'll explain. Why is this habit forming essential to success? I'll explain. In your university, you are being told punctual. If you are late, you are kept outside. You are being told you come with a proper set of clothes, formal clothes. You are being told to sit down in the class, attendance is completely compulsory. You are being told that whenever you see some elders, you always wish, good morning sir, good evening sir. You are being told whenever you see your parents, some elders, seniors, you touch their feet and take their blessings. Now, this is a habit. Day to day, every day when you do this, it becomes your habit. Now, many students have asked me and told me, sir, what happens if I am late for a few days? What will be? What happens in my work classes? What happens? Or, sir, I have wished a particular senior good morning, but he never wishes me back. Should I wish him? Why should I wish him? I get these questions from the students all the time. Then I tell them from my life story that yes, it is true you may feel that I have wished him and he has not wished me back. But believe me, you are building a personal brand. Each of you are a personal brand identity, right? So I have built my personal brand and I have got the benefits of this all my life. Believe me, this wishing people, being courteous, being on time, I have got the benefits all my life. And IEM-UEM students have also got this benefit. One day a Tata Consultancy Services recruiter told me that all our project managers want to take students from IEM and UEM. You know why? Because they are much more obedient. They don't take so many breaks and if we give them some tasks, they are punctual, they will do the task. So we prefer to have these boys and girls as in our team. In other colleges we see they are not serious at all. They are always not in their seats. They are always either going for smoking breaks or this and that. So we prefer your boys and girls very much. You understand? This is this habit, and this habit brings benefits. So the important thing is to never break a habit. The habit of studying every night, right? So I know sometimes you may go to watch a movie or have a activity, but at least for 10 minutes you study. Because don't break the habit. At least 10 minutes you study. Before going to sleep at night you study, right? Always never break a good habit. Good habits takes many years to form, but breaking it a few days you break. Waking up at the proper time in the morning is a good habit. And you will get this habit. You will not miss flights or be late to office by keeping this habit. But don't break this habit. If you are go to sleep at the proper time, wake up at the proper time. Habit formation is absolutely essential for success. Breaking it is very easy, but continue the habit, even if it is for 10 minutes. Next point is, as I said, that personality development each of us are building a personal brand. Personality development each of us are building a personal brand. So I just explained that point. Each of you are building a personal brand. Just like in the picture of friends from the Mission Academy showed you saw only Dr. Abdul Kalam because he has built a personal brand. Just like that, each one of you will make a personal brand. The next point, write down. English communication is the key to business success. English communication is the key to business success. English communication is the key to business success. Now, why do I say English communication? Actually, communication is the key to business success. But I say English communication because the international language of business today is English. So, English communication is the key to business success. So, earlier you know this. I know many of you are coming from some Hindi medium schools or Bengali with classmates and teachers. And I'll explain what's the meaning of this. Believe me, no amount of English classes can improve your English fluency as a simple activity of talking in English with your classmates. One of my English teachers in school did it. Believe me, at that time, the first week it was very awkward. I was speaking both Bengali, okay, speaking with friends in English. We were feeling very awkward. But one week, our English teacher was very strict. You have to speak in English. If I find you speaking Bengali, you are going to be thrown out of the school. But believe me, I learned the power of that. No amount of English classes can improve your English as simply by speaking to your classmates in English. And I need you all to raise your hand and make a promise to me. Make a promise, raise your hand, right hand. We promise today that we will speak in English to our friends and classmates during university hours. Thank you. Outside university hours, 9 to 5, you speak to your parents, friends, in whatever language. But during university hours, in classroom, in laboratory, you must promise to speak in English. Believe me, 1 week or 2 weeks, it might feel little odd. I'm speaking to you in English. Does it feel odd? It doesn't feel odd. Many of you are Bengali, I am a Bengali. But I have never felt odd. Right? Because I have spoken and all this awkwardness has just disappeared. Now speaking English fluently is just my second nature. Next point right now. The secret to the art of public speaking. Write down the secret to the art of public speaking and interviews and facing interviews is to divert our mind before that event. The secret is to divert our mind before that event. Written down, I'll explain. This is a secret I learned, I think in grade 7 or 8. And I tell this story to all my students because I want all of them to get this success. To be able to stand in front of an audience and speak. To be able to give campus interviews. To be able to give viva to the best of their abilities without being nervous. Because I was nervous, I know the pain. I was an extremely nervous person when I was in school. My hands used to wet, my throat used to be, dry. My legs used to shake. My heartbeat used to be so loud, so fast, I could hear my heartbeat. And I know many of you who face this problem in public speaking, raise your hand. Truthfully raise your hand. No shame here. I know many of you will do that. There is no shame in that. Put your hand down. I know it is very difficult. And I felt that same way. And I saw all these, film stars and child actors perform on stage. And I used to think they're blessed and I'm cursed by God. Why can't I stand in front of the stage and speak? When I have the knowledge, but I can't. I forget everything. I forget what I want to speak. Right? Then one day in school, I was a good student. divert my attention before the actual public speaking. Believe me, that was a secret eureka moment for me in my life. And after that, rest is history. The rest, I have given thousands of public speeches, thousands of interviews. I have faced CEOs, the president of companies, and IAS officers without even being nervous. And that secret was just before each interview, campus interview or a meeting with the IAS officer, ISS officer, or immigration, visa immigration interview, people become very worried. But I just divert my mind. If a friend is there, I chat on some other topic. My newspaper is there, I read the newspaper. If a TV is switched on, I watch some other channel. I don't worry or fuss about that event at all. Believe me, before that I was extremely nervous, but after that discovery, self-discovery, I was a different person altogether. And you all have to master this art of diverting your attention just before any campus interview, any public speaking, any viva, any exam, to divert your attention. And believe me, the knowledge will come at the right time. Next point right now. Perspective. I will the way to look at things positively. Perspective. The way to look at things positively. And I'll tell you, I'll explain. And by the way, those guardians who have to catch a train, please excuse yourself because I know many of you are catching my late. Please do not think of offending us. Please excuse yourself. So perspective, the way to look at things positively. Now, to enhance you, improve you as a person. A person who is not improving you is actually, taking you down, is not a friend. Is an opportunistic person on your side. I will just, end with 2 points. Next point right now. Never lose hope. Try again and again and you will succeed. Never lose hope. Try again and again and you will succeed. I don't think I need to explain this further. In your study of engineering is not easy. It is tough. You will get low marks in many subjects. But believe me, you try, you work with your teachers, make study groups of friends, you will improve. All of the students did. When you studied calculus, differential calculus, was it easy? No, it was not easy. It was extremely difficult. When I studied, I remember sometimes I used to feel, I almost cry. I mean, why? I'm a good student. Why can't I, get the mastery of this? But it took me a long time and practice to get the mastery of calculus. So never lose hope. Next point. Networking is one of the keys to success. Networking is one of the keys to success. And I'll give a very brief example. When I was finishing my master's degree in Canada, we had a group of I think 60 students, all I think better than me, super brilliant students from all around the world. One day the company tellers came for pre-placement talk. They gave the talk in a big auditorium, everybody listened, and then most people after the talk went away. But I went to the HR recruiter after the talk and I started networking with that person. Most people did not even look at her. She was a small, big immigrant, perhaps Vietnamese immigrant, not very impressive. But it turned out that she was the senior most among the team. All people were trying to talk with the Gora, white, tall guy. But I found a big lineup there, so I networked with her, I talked with her, I talked what projects I was doing and all. And she said, what you say sounds very interesting. We have a project, imagine it's a $300 million project, the biggest project in North America now. We could use your talent. Why don't you apply to us? Here is my card. And I applied to the online portal, and I also told her, ma'am, I have applied. Can you, as we have discussed, can you look at my resume? Believe me, that resulted in me getting interview calls. After that, it was 5 rounds of interviews, brutal interviews, but I didn't get the interview call because I networked with her. Most people did not even get the interview call. Networking is one of the keys to success. And last point, knowledge moves above all. Right now, knowledge moves above all. And for this example, knowledge